to Hangout on Connection, a forum for relationship expression and healing. And in this episode number 95, the title is A Journey to Bliss Through Yoga with our special guest, Marites Florentino. Connections Forums offers insights and healing conversation about relationship, personal expression, and self-development. And we want to give you the tools and inspiration to handle the issues which comes up for anyone sooner or later. And you can watch past episodes on our replay site, hangoutonconnections.com. I'm Margarita Crystal-Lotus. I help stressed professional women overcome stress and struggle and discover their purpose in life and business. As an intuitive mentor and healer, I love seeing my clients flourish when they experience the transformational healing in their life. And so learn more about me on my website, thecrystallotus.com. And now over to Heidi.
Yeah, hello, I'm Heidi Hörnlein, or Adelheid Hörnlein, and I'm helping women to get empowered to become visible. For instance, here on video, and today I have invited Marites, who is the first time on video here in a live podcast, and this is exactly what I want to do, and also to help you if you are a woman and a little bit tech resistant, to help you with the tech and take it over and be a moderator for your shows and your webinars. And then I'm also a host in a retreat here in Italy, Paradiso Integrale, and a voice coach. Find your authentic voice in public. This is my idea. And stay tuned for what is coming on soon. First, I give the welcome to Marites. And Marites, can you unmute yourself? Okay, wonderful. And you are coming to us from Istanbul today.
Hi.
Hi. Wonderful.
Istanbul. I know it's a little bit cold there. Warm regards.
Yeah, isn't it wonderful how we can be connected? Istanbul down in the Mediterranean, warm. I'm halfway up in Italy, a little cooler, and Margarita in Sweden. She is from Sweden, but she's not in Sweden. Not yet. She will go soon. But in Canada, it's cold too, isn't it, Margarita?
Yes, it's pretty just 2 degrees plus here.
Okay, in this episode, we want to ask Marites about her journey. You must know that I did a course which was called Calling in the One, and I did the coaches training, and that's where I met Marites. And I called in my one, and he is here and having a tea with me in the background. And this is a self-empowerment technique which allows you to attract your right partner. And I'm wondering, Marites, how since then your journey has been?
Well, I can say that I've gone through a lot of beautiful, amazing experiences as I went into the journey. And my one didn't arrive yet, okay, but I believe that I'm being prepared for him. And the same with him as well. And yes, so today I would really want to share my journey to yoga, which I think that would inspire also your listeners and your viewers and your members. And in my own little way, I would like to share how yoga transformed me and my view of life and my view of myself. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, and I think you can be an example for other people to not give up hope, but go on their personal journey. And yoga is one of the ways. We had in the past other guests who were sharing their way, and I think the viewers can then choose what they want to use. And yoga is for sure a perfect way. For me, Hatha Yoga has made possible, I did it for about 10 years or even more, that I'm I'm 63 now, you know, but I can bend down and have my flat hand on the floor without any problems. Normally, people in my age cannot do it anymore. And if it's only for that, yoga is perfect. But I think you will tell us much more. Go ahead. So, what did attract you to yoga?
Well, I remember one day I was sitting in the bench right after we closed the spa. I work in the spa, by the way. And I asked myself, what's the next step? And it just came to me that I wanted to go to a yoga retreat. And at the time, my friends were telling me how wonderful it is that when you travel, you go to a yoga retreat because many things were gonna happen over there. And I said, yeah, why not? So I went to a yoga retreat, and it was in Thailand. It was a beautiful, amazing place. It was a paradise, and I was attracted to it because the name of the place was the Sanctuary. So it was a beautiful, amazing place. It was a paradise, and I met this amazing teacher, and we did yoga together, and I had all these amazing in between perks after doing the yoga. We had the massages and workshops and stuff like that. So when I came back to Turkey, I practiced what I learned for almost 3 years. And after that, it came to me again. What was the next step? I kept on asking myself, what's the next step? And it dawned on me that I wanted to share the experience that I had, the transformation that I had, even in just a very small way at the time. And so I decided, oh, I'm going to take a course. I will teach. So that's how I started to be involved in teaching yoga. So
Can you share with us a little bit what was the moment? What was most attractive to you with yoga? You said it was amazing, yeah, but can you
yes.
give us a little bit a story what has happened?
Okay, great. That's what I wanted to share. It's a little bit long. Okay, but bear with me. Okay, so um, it was basically more on how I wanted to teach yoga. But to answer your question, when I attended this yoga retreat, every time I went to yoga, I had this battle in my mind. You know, I was always hearing my critical self, being critical to myself, why I couldn't, reach my toes, why I couldn't bend, why I'm not so flexible like all the other people, that I work with. And after a while, I started to listen to a voice, and it was a very compassionate, kind voice. And later did I know that it is my higher voice telling me, you'll be fine, you'll be okay. It's your first time, so be patient, be kind. And that's when I noticed that there is something in here that I can explore more. And it was so beautiful that when I listened to this voice, I was made calmer, more positive, more loving. And so I think that's what was the turning moment. That was the event that had happened inside of me, made me say, yes, yes, I will pursue this. Okay, so would you like me to continue my teacher training? Okay, so um,
Yeah, excuse me, I was muted. Margarita, I'm wondering if you want to know something, but you are in all these things too, so you might have
yes.
a
Yeah,
specific question.
I wanted to ask you, Maritis, how did that feel inside when you got that voice? Because people would probably want to know what kind of experience that was. Because I've felt that also myself, and that needs to be described a little bit more in detail. You know, the voice comes and that feels good. No, like, can you expand on that? What
Yeah.
was the realization you had when you actually had that experience?
Hmm. Yeah, sure. Um, I always thought about myself that I'm not a critical person, you know. But when I was face to face with that, I really came to realize that, wow, if I'm subjected with this kind of um, situation, difficult situation, I became critical of myself, and it was a feeling of um, being out of alignment. That's what I felt. That's what I felt. Being out of alignment. And I felt it in my body, actually. I felt that. And when I started to listen to this voice, my higher voice, it made me feel like home. It made me feel like home. Like I was going back to the home that is really where I belong. And I remember there was this moment wherein I I was even saying to myself, no, don't believe it, don't believe it, don't believe it. You know, this critical voice keep on pressing on me. No, you are this, you are this, you are this. This is your truth. This is your truth. But the more that I do yoga and the more that I, go into the postures, the more that I um, go on the breathing together with the movements. That's why I love yoga very much. I will try to explain to you a lot of this experiences a little bit later in detail. Like there was this space going on that allowed me to listen more and more and more and more. And that's when I realized that, yes, I feel coming back home. That's how I describe it.
Thank you, thank you for answering that. And Heidi has a comment here.
Yeah, welcome Aline and also Vivek in the audience. Aline says, hello everyone, and so on. We all need to be more loving ourselves.
Yes,
So great, yes.
definitely.
So you're, let me see, oops. Now here I'm back. You are saying by getting more concentrated on your body and on your breathing,
Hmm.
you get also a different feeling for yourself and a different level of groundedness. Is that right?
Yes, yes, yes. That's why I love the yoga that I am teaching. I love, of course, I have respect for all yoga practices. However, this Ashtanga Vinsaya flow that I teach, I love the synchronicity of the breathing and the movements and the slow movements, which we will do a little bit later. I will try to do
Okay,
something
yeah, okay. That's
just for
fine.
us to have fun a little bit. Yes.
Yeah, you might explain a little bit what it is about, your type of yoga, and then you can do the exercise with us, okay?
Yeah, yeah, that would be perfect. That would be perfect. Okay.
Great.
Um, but before that, I think I would like to share the process when I went into yoga teacher training, because this is very important, and it was so amazing because that's when I really, really get to know myself. And I think that other people say that, okay, you just go into a teacher training program and you go and teach. If you know the postures, you're going to teach. And if you have confidence, you go and teach. Okay. But I realized that for you to be able to really teach yoga, you really have to go deep down into the core of it. And that's what happened with my 1 month intensive training in Thailand. And I lost my voice there. I have great friendship with words, but I experienced not having voice there when I was asked to teach for the first time. It was very humiliating. But then that was also one of the defining moments because I realized that at the end, when I found my voice, it was so sweet. And when we had the graduation, when I started to teach this 1.5 hour, I just decided I will just have fun. I will just have fun. If I will lose my voice again, okay, I will just gonna direct them and have fun. Okay? And that's what I did. And you know what? My teacher said, Marites, there were technicalities, in your instruction, but we're willing to set aside that. We're willing to ignore that because we enjoyed your teaching, and that's the most important thing. So that gave me the confidence, that gave me the confidence because I was thinking before, okay, so I need to learn all the difficult poses first because I need to show my students that I can do it. I need to be very slim first because they need to see that I'm fit, I'm okay. But then my higher voice told me, you have a story to tell. You have a wonderful transformation story to tell about you. Maybe not too big, simple one, but it's sweet and it can be that it can inspire also other people. So I went ahead. I went ahead and what I discovered along the way on my first year of teaching yoga was that I just got some of these amazing tools from the yoga teachers that I had and just incorporated it in my yoga practice. And it turned out that I found my style, and it turned out that it resonated to mostly the beginners, which is beautiful. I like working with beginners. So, yeah, it was very inspiring.
I find it very inspiring that you say and you realize that the way the way of teaching is at the end more important than the content, because the content can be, various. There are various paths and various ways, but it's so much important the transmission, no? What you are giving out. That's good.
Yes,
I have here some other comments here.
uh-huh.
Let me bring that up. This is again Marlene. She said, the part of ourselves that is critical is the ego self. Being in alignment and feeling home is when we are connected to our higher guidance system, our soul. And then
Yes, Aline. Yes, very
yeah.
much. Very
And
much.
Vivek is agreeing with Aline. And he says, Dr. Wayne Dyer said ego stands for the edge, God out, or even earth guide only.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't understand that, what edge God out means. Would you like to write a little more, Vivek, so I might understand it? Thank you. Maybe you know.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay. So
So,
let's go on. And while Vivek is writing and telling me what he means. Okay.
okay. So shall we move on to our
Yeah, tell us a little bit what type of yoga it is. What you said already you are focusing on
yes,
the body and on the breathing and the
so,
postures, but
yes.
what is the difference to other types? Okay.
I'm in line with Ashtanga Vinyasa flow. So there is this beautiful uh, yoga practice that incorporates breathing, movements, bandhas, and it's a little bit tough because it's an energetic type of yoga, but with the incorporation of the Vinyasa, so I have the opportunity to play around with it and incorporate it in the daily practice of um, having more of the relaxed postures and in combination of that. Shall we try?
Okay. In the meantime, there is Vivek who says what it means. It means when one has ego, one keeps the God away. Okay, thank you. I get it.
Great.
Okay,
Okay.
let's try. Give over to you.
Okay, so let me ask you one question. Have you done yoga before, or the others? So you've done yoga, Adelheid. Yes, Margarita, you've done yoga. Okay, so perfect. Okay, so what we will do today, and for those who are listening who haven't done yoga, don't worry, this is fun. We're just gonna have fun. That's just the intention. And we're just gonna exercise our brain a little bit, and we're gonna see what happens later on. So if you have a pen and a paper, because right after this exercise I would love to ask some questions. Yes, amazing. Ready? Okay, a big one for Adelheid. Okay. Okay, so what we will do is we're just gonna play. So imagine that you are in my yoga class. Okay, so we will not gonna do the postures. We're just going to imagine it in our minds. Okay, and this is fun because I will give you instructions. So I don't know how you will interpret the postures. Okay, but if some of you already done yoga and I will say upward dog and downward dog, just simple basic movements. Okay, then I know what you know what I mean. Okay, so let's do that. So what I would like you to do is to close your eyes. Okay, I'm gonna instruct you, and imagine that you are in an open space, and surrounding that open space are trees. It's an amazing place to do yoga. Feel the air in your skin and smell the grass. Keep on breathing. Take a deep inhalation and deep exhalation. Now, what we will do first is we're going to do a little bit of a warm up before we start. Okay? So I want you to place your palms touching your knees, and I want you to start moving clockwise. Okay? And just feel how it feels like when your knees are moving counterclockwise this time. Beautiful. Okay, Release your hands and your knees. Now we're going to roll back our shoulders. And we're just going to give this beautiful warm up. And these beautiful shoulders, which are oftentimes, being neglected because we are in front of the computer almost every day. Just have a little bit of movements over there. This time is, as you move your shoulders, try to spread your arms and try to feel the connection of your arms with your hands. And just keep on moving your shoulders, rolling back your shoulders. Beautiful. And now try to open a little bit more of your chest. And just imagine that as you open up your chest, you're opening up your heart. Can you imagine just moving your shoulders? You are now opening your heart. Okay, and then release. Okay, now I would like you to grab your wrist, your right wrist. Okay, great. And bring your fingers together. It's as if like, there's a bird in front of you. Yes, okay. And now this bird is going to talk to you. Okay, so say whatever you want to say with this bird. Okay, normally what I'm saying is that, hello Marites, how are you today? You're beautiful, you're awesome. Okay. So I'm very selective with what I say to myself. Okay, so we're just warming up our wrists. Okay, great. And then we do it in the same on the other hand. So working on the wrist. And whatever it is that you still want to say to yourself, say it, say it. Say that you are amazing. Say that you are beautiful. Say that you are looking so fresh and gorgeous today. And release. Okay, beautiful. That's the warm-up. Okay, now I invite you to come on the edge of your mat. Okay, so imagine that there's a mat. Okay, we're working on our brain. You're joining me in my yoga class. This is fun. Okay, so your feet are on the edge of the mat. Feet together. Okay. And then curl up your toes. So you're imagining that you are standing tall and straight, and your toes are curled up, and while your toes are curled up, your kneecaps are lifted. Okay. Oh yeah, beautiful. It's a beautiful feeling. Yeah. Okay, now look a little bit on those toes, just try to look a little bit in there and try to, acknowledge that, they are, maybe there's a paint over there that's cute, yeah, alive and healthy. Okay, now stand straight again. And I want you to roll back your shoulders. Okay, hands slightly in front of you, slightly away from you. Relax your shoulders, relax your arms. Now I want you to feel your grounding. I really want you to feel your connection with the earth. Your feet pressing the earth. You are standing tall, straight. Feel your power, feel your strength. And reaffirm to yourself, you're beautiful, you're amazing. And then bring your palms together in a Namaste prayer position. Index finger slightly touching the center of your chest to connect with your heart. And let's set our intention for a few seconds. Okay? That intention that you have in your heart for this practice that we are doing today. It can be that you want to just have fun. It can be that you want to connect with your breathing. And release. Okay, ready? Okay, ready. One sun salutation. Okay. Go to the Asana. Inhale. Bring your arms up. Palms together. Gaze into your thumb. Okay, even if you are not engaging your arms, it's okay. Even just in the imagination, it's okay too. Gaze in your thumb. Exhale. Come into a fold. Go into a fold. And then try to see if you can bring your body closer to your shin. If not, it's okay. Wherever you are right now, it's perfect. It's perfect. Inhale, extend. Fingertips into the mat. Lengthen your arms. And on an exhale, bring your palms into the mat, step back, one leg at a time, and then bring your knees into the mat, all the way up to your upward facing dog, and then all the way down to your downward facing dog. And a beautiful down dog that you have over there. Okay. So keep on breathing. A beautiful inhalation and exhalation over there. Amazing. Beautiful. Okay. Now, just bring your knees again into the mat. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. And now, let's just try to sit down. Okay. So one sitting posture. Let's go to Dandasana too. So you bring your legs together and make sure that your feet is somehow pressed into the wall, okay? So imagine that there's an imaginary wall over there. And also your back is straight. You bring your palms pressed next to you, wrist parallel to your shoulder, and lengthen your spine. And just sit there for a moment. And if you can bring your chin pressed to your chest, then you can do so. And just keep on breathing. Keep on breathing. And you know what? I want you to remember this feeling sitting down in this pose. Because whenever you go back into your working chair and you slouch, you will remember that, oh, it's a very good feeling to sit straight. Beautiful. And release. Okay. Now lie on your back. Lie on your back. A surprise awaits you. Okay. On the end. On the end. So stay there. Stay there. So lie on your back. And now I want you to bend your knees. Bring these knees pressed into your chest. And wrap your lower leg with your arms. And stay here for a while. And just enjoy this feeling of being wrapped in your arms. Enjoy the feeling of warmth, embrace. And celebrate this moment because you are hugging yourself, you're embracing yourself. You don't have to ask other people to embrace you. You can embrace yourself at any given moment, and you can even kiss yourself. Kiss your knees if you can, if you must. Just do it. Just allow yourself to be in your presence at this moment. It's beautiful. Okay. And then release. Okay. So spread your legs. We are now in our Savasana, the most complicated pose. And then spread your arms, palms up. And just relax your shoulders, relax your arms, relax your feet, your legs. And just breathe. And now, feel my palm, my warm palm, rest lightly on your forehead. And I'm starting to make a beautiful massage on your head. That's what I do in my yoga classes. I make a beautiful massage on the head. And it's a beautiful gift for your presence today. Amazing, beautiful. And release. Now I want you to roll to your right side and curl up like a baby in the womb. Because you are now ready to be born anew. And now help yourself. sit up in your most comfortable sitting position. Bring your palms together. And still close with the closed eyes. Take a deep inhalation and a deep exhalation. And before we end this session, we would like to give ourselves for the love, for the compassion, for the kindness, and for the time. We've given ourselves the gift of wellness, the gift of yoga, and the gift of love. With a smile on our faces, we can now slowly, slowly open our eyes. That's my yoga. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little bit piece by piece by piece.
Yeah, we should have set up the camera.
Okay, so are you ready? I have some couple of questions over here. So right after that exercise, this may help integrate what we experience. Okay, great. So with your pen and paper ready, let us just ask ourselves this question. How do you feel after going through that exercise? Great. Second question would be, what have you discovered about yourself? Write as many as you can. Whatever it is that you've discovered. Great. Was there any, third question, was there any limiting belief that surfaced while doing these exercises? Was there any limiting belief that surfaced? Have you met your monkey mind?
Well, I can answer that. I have a belief that my hip is stuck. Because my hip is and then you know, sometimes it's like stiff when you are over 60. You're very stiff, and so I believe that my hip is stuck. So I'm going to release that belief that my hip is stuck. It's just not warmed up enough.
Yes. Beautiful, beautiful. So yes, that's perfect. When you've identified the limiting beliefs, there must be unlimiting beliefs. Yeah, that is an opposite of that. It's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
My hip is just jumping up and down. Yes, you got it finally.
Okay, so okay, there's just two more questions. What did your critical voice say? And what did your higher voice say?
Well, can I answer that?
Yes.
My critical voice says, "You bad girl, you haven't practiced yoga for such a long time." So that's, you see how it goes when you do that, you know. And then my higher voice says that, don't listen to the critic, just actually release that belief and you know, acknowledge that you actually need your hip.
Beautiful. Amazing. Thank you for sharing that, Margarita. Did you have fun?
I had lots of fun, yes. I wanted to crawl down on my little mat here because I have a little mat underneath in my chair. But that would involve moving the chair and the tables and all my computer and everything.
Actually, actually, that was the intention, to give you a little bit of taste so that you would like to go on your mat and let me have this practice again. You've been practicing before, or for those who didn't practice yet, it's kind of like, oh, let me try.
So
Okay.
it was for me exactly when you said limiting beliefs, I thought limiting beliefs not, but limiting posture. It's sort of a little bit difficult not to do it. And I, sitting and only imagining, and I realized when you said, what did you realize? I realized that I know some of these exercises from Pilates. And these, it was easy for me to feel it in my body without doing it. The other exercises sometimes was not so easy. When I did yoga a long time ago. It's not in the forefront of my head. So, and the critical voice, was saying, oh, I would like to do it now, but we should have done the camera differently, and how could we have done that, and so on. I was occupied, and this was also the monkey mind, no? Occupied of how could we have done it better. So. And also, what is time? Because we have about 4 minutes left, and I thought, oh gosh, when we now really get into it, then we will be here for 2 hours.
That's just what I wanted to share, Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
That's the journey. I have to read it. I think I forgot it.
Yeah, you are having a retreat coming up, haven't you, in Bali?
Yes, I'd just like to say that the yoga is the perfect opportunity to be curious about who you are. Yes, because there's a lot of things who are going to come out in the surface, okay? So, yeah, for the yoga, you can just visit www.myyogawings.com, and all the informations over there about the upcoming yoga retreats are there. Okay.
Can you spell it? Because I didn't understand it. So
sure.
Okay.
www.myyogawings.com.
Okay.
myyogawings.com. My yoga wings.
Okay. We are flying with you to Bali.
Thank you for allowing me to spread my yoga wings in your community. Thank you so very much. I'm really so honored, Adelheid, when you said to me that you wanted me to meet your group. And I haven't done this before, and it was such an amazing experience for me. Thank you so much. Thank you, Margarita, and thank you, guys.
Yeah, so you liked it to be on camera.
So
maybe you get now the taste, and next time we need to fix a little bit the camera thing and some other little things, tweak them around, and we might do that again. Or you do it for yourself and spread your yoga via online. This would be a good. And if you need some guidance, we are here. We have done, as you heard, it's our 95th session, and next week we will have the last one for this year, 96th session, and we will have a guest, but we will also do a sort of celebration of our long journey together, Margarita and me. 2 years we are doing this work, and we are enjoying it a lot, but it's time to celebrate, isn't it, Margarita?
Yes, it's definitely time to celebrate, and I'm so amazed at how we have evolved, and or our viewers has evolved, and how we have learned. I've learned a lot during these 2 years with Heidi, who is an amazing co-host. So my takeaway for today is awesome. I love this content, and you go, girl.
Yeah, mine is the same thing, and I'm glad that you reconnected with me because, you know, so often you send out newsletters and nobody ever answers, and you answered and you told me about what you are doing, and it's great. And you see what comes out of that? So, and how do you say, a plea to the people, write your comments, answer, even when you see it in replay. We want to connect with people. We don't want to just be here and do lectures, and we are interested in you and how you perceive that and what your suggestions are, you know, and whatever comes up, we really would like to have it come into connection. It's not by chance that this show is called Connections. Hangouts on Connections. So, yeah, I think, Margarita, that's it for today. Next week, don't forget the champagne glasses. We will have our celebration, and we will stop for this year and see you then afterwards, January, and we will figure out in what form. There might be some changes. We still are in. You probably have noticed that Google has changed a lot of things, so we probably accordingly have to change some strategies. So, but next week, same time, same place. See you there. Bye-bye.